Is there any hope for Em and I? Let's see. Is there any hope for Em and I? Let's take a look. Holy hell, it is work to get teamwork on this one. It's work. It's just, this is what's coming up. It is work to get to teamwork. One is as good as the other. One is as good as the other. If you like doing it the hard way, the difficult way, if it wants to do work, put in the work, somebody's putting in the work, somebody's staying blind and stagnant. It is work to get the teamwork. Is there hope for you guys? That's such an extreme kind of a question. Sometimes we just want to throw in the towel or, you know, like, ugh. But if you're willing to do the work, if you want to do the work and understand that this person is going to require extra effort to do work on a relationship, it doesn't mean you can change them. It doesn't mean that it's hopeless. It means it's going to be work to get teamwork from this person. And you're sitting at the crossroads. Would I do it if I'm not you? Anything else that the cards have for you? Let's just take a look. This is saying 8 weeks. Get your ducks in a row. Get your ducks in a row. And take your time with something as far as what you need to organize. Get your ducks in a row. Get your ducks in a row. Because things are going to speed up, speed up, speed up. Usually this is a card of straight up 8 weeks. It feels like about a month. That's what I'm feeling. So I'd give it a month to make this decision, to be very, very clear about it. Not that you're giving ultimatums or expecting somebody to change, but when you've put the effort into a certain thing and when you feel like you've invested enough, you'll know if you're getting a reward back or you'll know if it's time to walk away. And it feels like this one is asking you to give it just a little bit more time. That's what I've got on that. Thanks. I love the nails too. These are the Halloween nails and they've kind of grown out. I've had them all month, but I'll be changing, I guess I'll be changing them a little bit later, probably after Halloween, the week after Halloween, I'll get them changed and do something a little different, but thank you. So something about Phil, and that is my husband's name, so that got my attention. Jade, will Phil reach out this week? Let's take a look. We're going to go into one of my favorites, Oldies But a Goodie, Centennial Edition, Pamela Coleman Smith. Will Phil, your Phil, reach out this week? Let's see what's going on. Okay. I'm getting, nope, not this week. And I'm getting this very strongly. This week, no. Are you approachable? Yes. When? A little bit later. I don't get that it's before this week. No. And this is coming in strangely. Usually this doesn't come in with a timestamp. Usually this comes in meaning stuck, lost in our heads, limited thinking, that kind of thing. This came in and it felt like 8 days. That's what it feels like. But you asked the question about this week. So that's what I'm getting. Something is shifting in about 8 days. That's what I'm getting. So you're saying to reconcile? I don't know on that one. I didn't ask that question, honey. I asked if he was reaching out because that's what the question was when I saw it. And it feels like in 8 days that you're going to have contact about something. So, all right. Let me look at this. This is what we're doing today, guys. So hopefully you can see this. $20 is what I charge for the blind read. Now, what you just saw were micros. I haven't gotten super nosy yet. And I love to get nosy with the tarot. I love getting nosy with the tarot. But the blind read is when I go into different oracle decks, different oracle cards. We see what's going on. $30 is the year ahead. So I'll put 2 in the center, do all 12 months around, and then do clarifiers as we see fit. You don't ask a question on that. We're just looking into the year ahead. If you want to ask a question, a mini and a full, these are the prices. 7 to 10 cards on the mini. That's usually, 10 cards is what a Celtic cross is, but that's usually what I do, and then I get a little nosy. Sometimes there's 3 to 5 cards more than that. Sometimes it's way more than that, depending where Spirit leads. Sometimes Spirit just like blam. Other times I want to get nosy and dig. $40 for the full, that's 15 to 20 cards, and it's very rare that I've ever seen myself do a full with less than 20 cards in it. And some of them, the setup is almost 20-something cards. So you get a thorough and extensive and diving into it kind of read. So that's what that is. My specialty reads are here. Let Kim know. Whatever read you're getting, let Kim know. Because she keeps track of the list for me, helps me keep what's going on. Let her know what kind of read you've paid for and what thing you've paid with. Just so it will help keep the show flowing. And these are the specialty reads. The bones, the crystal ball, the past lives. And if you see in the back, up top there, and let's see if I can get it to go the other way. I don't know if I can get it to go the other way. There it is. It's up there. There's hourglasses. Sometimes I do a crystal ball reading, and sometimes I'll read from the hourglasses, so we'll see. You can do all kinds of divination stuff, but it's super, super fun. The past lives reads are my favorite. Oh, and some of this stuff, some of the information that I got on past life stuff last night before the white peacock came through and I was doing this stuff. I was startled by it. It was more past life information. I saw flashes of what was going on in some of my past lives, and I don't always see that. I think that the universe doesn't give you too much of your own past life too quickly unless you really need it. So that was fascinating to me. It's blown my mind. So some of my siblings were in one life and some in not another, and it was a little bit wild and very, very interesting to see. Very interesting to see. So anyway, that was super exciting, as you can tell. As you can tell, I love the past life work. I think we all have been through many lives and on this planet for a reason we don't always get to know, but sometimes we can see glimpses. Sometimes we're finishing up business from a past life or learning a lesson a little deeper from a past life. And invariably, I'll go into the past life reading and there is always something that connects and pulls through. Always. So just heads up on that. So those are $50. This is how you can pay. Venmo is at A Feisty Butterfly. Cash App, The Feisty Butterfly, $, The Feisty Butterfly. And PayPal is afeistybutterfly@gmail.com. That's me. So there we got it. So that's the information. There's a beacons in the bio. So if you need to click on that link, go ahead and click it. And we'll just keep going. But let Kim know what kind of read you paid for. And we'll take a look at that. Let me get some water. We'll see what's going on. All right. So we were talking earlier about how the energy was a little bit weird. How it's been a little bit, well, exhausting. A little bit crazy. A little bit off the hooks, anxious energy going on right now in the collective. Maybe we should take a little bit of a look at that and see if we can do something for the collective before we get much deeper. But let's take a look at that. I want to look in there. Which deck are we looking? We're looking at Lucy's deck. We're going to the Mind's Eye Tarot and we're going to look and we're going to see what's going on for the collective. What does the collective need to know right now? Wow, right off, the Hierophant, the old ways, the old tradition, and the teacher. There's something about institutions, something about wisdom coming through, something about us having access to traditional wisdom. Things that help things move forward in a good way, the sacred from the old. It's not always just looking within. There's also things that are traditional teachings that are the good teachings. Sometimes I buck against this card. This card sometimes brings up Tevye from Fiddler on the Roof to me. This is very much tradition. Yeah, that comes through, and it's why is it there? Why are the traditions in place? What is the restoration of the institutions of what needs to happen? This is something that's center of mind for many of us. Traditions. Interesting. This is also the one that I call the bouncer at the club, because this is where we have access. We all have access to the VIP section, right? We're being invited in to have the higher knowledge, have the higher wisdom. This is what's coming through. Now let's see what else comes through with this one. Okay, I'm going to flash you guys down so you can see. Flashing down here, the 10 of Wands, the burden that's been difficult to carry, the burden of doing something the hard way, slogging it out, doing it the hard way. The Page of Pentacles, the reluctance to see a gift and to move forward, but now we've studied it, now we're ready. This is the card that I often call the Batman card, because this is when we're ready to be the hero in our own life. We've been carrying a burden for somebody else, or that is somebody else's that isn't ours to carry. How funny that is that we do that and we get so stressed, wondering if we fit, how we fit, or how do I solve for other? How do I solve for X? How do I help my fellow blah, blah, blah? And I'm not saying don't help your fellow blah, 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 but understand what problem is yours and what problem is theirs. Understand your role in being you, and it's their job to be them. Understand there's a point of allowance that you have to allow. If this isn't your burden that you're carrying and it's somebody else's, put that fucker down. If this is yours, look at how you're carrying it. Is there a way to do it smarter? Is there a way to get some help? Is there a way to ask for help when we sometimes are reluctant to do so? Temperance card coming in right here. Beautiful, beautiful. This is a time of modulation. Why is it modulation? It's very distinctly modulation. That's a card. Typically the meaning is moderation, alchemy, balance, but it's modulation. When somebody goes through modules, when they modulate, if you're modulating vocally or if you're modulating with a dial on your radio, when people used to use old school radio, right? You modulate, you adjust the sound, you're adjusting to the next level of volume, adjusting to the next advancement, going forward, yes. Going beyond something that has caused defeat, something that has added insult to injury, going beyond the bully card and getting off this battlefield type of energy. You're moving past, beyond, and through towards this big gift, the big reward. This is new start, new reward, new sense of groundedness coming through. And I want to see what bookends the other side of this. I'm going to flip this down so you can see how this all lines up. And here's this one that was the bookend over here. And then I'm going to see what's bookending here. The Five of Pentacles. This is definitely the card that is God help the outcast. This is definitely the poor little match girl card. Feeling lack, feeling not enough, feeling on the outside. There's something about this separation that we must do, even if we do feel on the outside. There's something about this separation that is a necessary separation for us to grow. Now we have here on the one end, the tradition, the Pope card, the person in the church saying, here's the tradition, here's the tradition, here's the tradition. There's this, that we have to even look outside the church. So if we are not being as inclusive as we could be, if we are not reaching out to those that are sometimes forgotten, it's time to remember, time to move forward. This is what's going on. HP 1222 on the clock. Okay, then. Whatever that means for many of you, you take those numbers. A lot of people are seeing just the 222 part of that. Often I'll see a 1212. You're getting a slam of the 1222. The 222 is a partnering card, is a working together kind of card. This is something that's a little bit different. There's also a sense of completions going on. I want one more. There is something in between these two energies that feel almost in opposition to each other. The Major is saying, you're welcome here, you're all welcome here. And this is saying we have to go our own way. Is there room for both to be happening at once? Of course there is. The going within and the retreat is necessary. The quieting of the soul, the quieting of the spirit. The quieting here. Now this is a card where somebody's laying on their own casket or coffin. This is the return of the soldier that makes it home but might have survivor's guilt. This is when people go in and they're glad to be home even though others didn't survive the war, others didn't survive the battle. This is a moment of stillness and retreat, calmness. This is what I'm getting. Go to the calm and reclaim your clarity. This is important for you. This is how you modulate. This is how you get what it is that you need to spiritually adjust, what you need to spiritually modulate, how you need to be moderate, amplify what is true with your heart, what resonates with your soul. This is what I'm getting, guys. We need to be still and let people do what they will do without us carrying their burden, but offering love, offering space, and allowing for growth to happen nevertheless. Offer what you can to share with the world, but don't carry the other's burden. Do what you need to do to set your burden down. Get calm, get still, retreat, reclaim, restore, renew. All of that comes through. Carry your own truth strongly for your soul. Be clear-minded about what's going on. Be clear-minded about the choices that you're making and how you're investing and spending your time. It's important for us right now. That's what I've got. That feels complete. Yeah, that's complete. So that's what I've got for that. Wow, that was a little bit different, but okay. And I call that the Lucy's deck, and it's the Mind's Eye Tarot. And I call it the Lucy's deck because it really reminds me of my spirit guide Lucy a lot when I work with this deck. So that's why I call it that. But it's the Mind's Eye Tarot, and it's beautiful. It's one that I picked up and instantly had to get a second one. It was just a boom. Yeah. So that one was great. All right. So let me get some water, and we'll check what's going on with the paid list, and we'll see like that. And if you want me to pull a spirit animal card for you, I will pull just a singular spirit animal card for you. If you want to do that, let me know. and we'll just rock and roll. And I'll show you some of the projects that I was working on or what I'm doing. And like that, we can chit chat and read cards and have some fun. Thank you for the roses, Believe. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, HP. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So I will show you a little bit about what I was doing before. This is like just a jar full of questions that I get asked different questions by other people. Do you want a card? Yes, Alicia, you can have a card. Let's take a look. And I'm just throwing through Colette Baron Reid's Spirit Animal, and I'll pull a card for you because they're just beautiful. And because of that white peacock showing up, I wanted to pull. So we're going to pull for Alicia and then Amy. And then Zuri. Alicia, Mouse Spirit, tend to the small things. Let's see what Amy's got. Feels like this one. Crow Spirit. Go create with Spirit. That's what we got for Amy. Number 17 coming through very strongly, very strongly. 14 to 17 is coming through on this one for you. I don't know what that's about. When numbers come through, I give them to you. 14 to 17, it feels like something about November 14th through 17th for you. I'm not sure what that's about. All right, and for Zuri. For Zuri, we've got two. We've got Snake Spirit and Skunk Spirit. Okay, I love Skunk Spirit. It says, know your worth for Zuri, Skunk Spirit. And then Snake Spirit, time to heal. So that's what we've got for you. 417. Yeah. So that's what I've got for you, honey. CMG. Let's see what we got here. Zuri, you got it? Good. CMG, let's see what's going on. Groundhog Spirit, time to let go. That's what we're getting here. These are beautiful. I love the artwork on them. I love the messages. It's pretty clear cut. It's time to let go. That's something that you need to do. Poking your head out a little bit more. And again, I mean, how do you not get that coming through with the groundhog? You'll know. You'll know. So that's what I've got with that. Okay. All right. Cat Lover 8. Sure, we'll take a look. Cat Lover. Nightingale Spirit, love is all around. There's something that you need to vocalize and bring through with Nightingale Spirit. This is something that's coming through, and it's like your true song needs to be spoken, let out. There needs to be a release here. Okay, this is what I'm getting. This is like how you tap, tap, tap with, it's going to look crazy with my fingernails, but how you would tap, tap, tap like this. You're going to do it near the third eye, and you're going to do it near the throat. Tap, 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 tap. You want to move this up, all the way up. So there's a certain tapping through here, and then a certain tapping up through here. This is what's coming up, and you need to release something through the throat. That's what I'm getting. I don't know what that's about, but that's what I'm getting. LaFabs, let's see what's going on for you. Hang on. Give these guys a shuffle. And then I'm going to do my little, I call it my commercial, but I'll show you what I'm doing. This is my regular thing that I usually do for the paid list, because it is now open. So LaFabs will be the last one that I do on this. That was Nightingale Spirit. Let me see what's coming below there. Deer Spirit, being a gentle touch. This is giving me the repeat for a reason. I moved those cards around. It's giving me the repeat for a reason. What I said just before, take that for you. It'll resonate for you. And then bring a gentle touch. You need to have a soft answer turneth away wrath. That's a very biblical quote. Where in the hell did that come? Yeah. Whatever conversation that you're going to have, LaFabs, you need to have it with a gentle answer, with a gentle truth that is just equally true, but it needs to come through in a gentler way. Don't know what that's about, but that's what I've got for you. So, okay. All right. Okay, I'm putting the animal spirit away. If that was fun, then maybe we'll do that a little bit more often, or we'll play with oracle cards a little bit like that. We'll see. We'll see how we're feeling. But for me, the white peacock came through so prevalently last night and then this morning again, and it came through in the meditation. So I was like, all right, we'll see what's going on. So let's see. If you're on the list, let Kim know if you've paid for a reading, and we will get going with it. This is how it generally goes here. If you're new in the room, this is how it goes. This is where you can pay me what's going on with Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all that jazz. This is the kinds of readings I do. All right, that's what we got. Let me get some water. All right. Yeah, tap the hell out of this screen, guys, because this is how we get it out in the algorithm. And Kim, you mentioned Michelle. I'm going to put this jar away, and we are doing Michelle's read. And that's what we're doing. That was a quick commercial, but what is my Venmo? Michelle, this is the Venmo. It's A Feisty Butterfly, and it's got the @ sign before the A, and it should be linked in the beacons. So there we go. And if you've got a question, let me know. Let Kim know what's going on, which breed you've paid for, and so forth, because she helps keep my head on straight to do this. So, yeah, just let me know which question on the read, and we will get into Michelle's read here. So, we'll see what's going on with this. Yeah, and please tap the living out of the screen. Michelle, you just let me know the question and we'll get it squared out. Hey there, Chad. Good morning, good morning. So, Chad, a white peacock came through as a spirit animal, and an interesting meditation, interesting glimpses of past lives, interesting stuff last night. It was just a little bit bonkers and beautiful. I couldn't believe it. And Lily for a blind. So, I'm trying to see. Lily came through for a blind, and I'm trying to see what's going on here. Lily will do the blind. Michelle, if you want to let me know what your question is, that's great, hun. Yeah, a white peacock. I'm not sure all the meaning on that, Chad, but it was beautiful. It was really, really beautiful. Okay, we're going into the blind, and we will take a look at that. Lily, for the blind. Ooh. Okay. So this is what we've got going on, and I'm aiming this a little bit down so you can see. I've got the angels and ancestors. I've got, I think this is the forest spirits or something like that. And then the rooted woman. Very, very green energy. Very grounded and green energy coming through. That Pink Floyd logo was in your dream? Well, then you're in the right spot, aren't you, Steph? That's great. Yeah, something to do with prismatic light on that I love on this logo. All right. So, Lily, for your blind, let's see what's going on. First thing first is Fox Spirit. This is saying, Spirit Fox, trust your talents in changing times. This is something about a talent that you have that is more than one, and it's one that you underestimate. You have a prominent talent that you rely on a lot. This is a talent that is underlying this, that supports it in a different kind of way. This is trust your talents, plural. White witch, be the light. Very much like be the change you want to see in the world. Be the light in the world, carry something differently and through. The wisdom, the gentler side. You might be able to, like, say you're somebody that sings good enough that you would go on American Idol or something like that. You might think, oh, that's my main talent. That's my big shot talent. I love singing, blah, blah, blah. There's something else that is a talent that you are not paying close enough attention to that is brings more light through, brings more illumination through, brings more white light through, lifts, supports. There's an energy worker in you that you don't even know how to, you don't even know the power of the energy worker that you are, is what I'm getting. Stargaze. Now on this one, stargaze, set your sights higher. It's not to say that the other talent isn't a beautiful talent. What I'm saying is the energy worker within you is, it's time for that to come through. Whether that comes through as you doing massage, whether that comes through as you doing Reiki, whether that comes through as you doing something that is adjunct. Energy work adjunct, like when you go to sit in the hairstylist chair and they make you feel beautiful before you leave. Or you go get your nails done and your nail tech, you look gorgeous before you leave. There's something that you do that is energy work, that you're shifting energy work, and it's something that's important to you. Maybe you're just having conversations with friends. I don't know. But what this is underlying here has very much that feel about it. Now let's see what else is going on here. This is unfolding in the cold, in the winter, in the winter's night, in the cold winter's night. It's coming through strongly, strongly, strong. This is coming through super, super strong. Becoming your own authority. This is huge, huge, huge. The truth unfolding within you is something that you are knowing more and more, and this is going your own way. This is definitely, definitely, I'm going to show these to you one at a time. What I'm getting through here is you are understanding command. You are understanding how to command, not to take orders, but how to be in command of yourself, how to be in command of the gifts that you are to utilize, and how to shift, yes, shift and move the energy. You are to be transmuting. You know when you go in a room and you feel that it's like stifled, or you know when it feels great, you are to go into the room and you are to shift that energy. You may not even say a word. It's something you're supposed to be doing. And this is something you're working on shifting, not just within a room that's full of people, but with your own self, and then sending that outward. Very, very beautiful. You're doing a lot of energy work this winter for people on their behalf that they won't even know. Dive into this aspect of self, whether you're doing light language, whether you're doing healing work, whether you're practicing calligraphy, writing the Reiki symbols, anything like this, whatever this is that you are doing. Yeah, you could skywrite. Skywrite is when you would maybe take a stylus and write whatever it is, even if you're just doing the English word love, whatever it is that you're writing with a stylus, or doing it out in your mind under the stars. Yes, you can skywrite. Yes, that's a way you can send powerful energy forward to and on behalf of someone. And it's wired in you. It's wired in you big time. The energy work is wired in equally strong as the gift that you've been honoring, equally strong as the talent that seems more glaringly obvious. It's wired in equally strong. This is interesting. It's not maybe not something that you have tapped in, but it is something that you've got. Forest, finding the path. Okay. Reclaiming the feminine and Karen, the portal to mystery. I want to go to this one first. These are parallel tracks. This is finding the path, and it feels like in the picture she's making a choice. But if you look at it and look how it's set, any way you go is going to be okay. It's a parallel track. It runs parallel. It's like one side of the railroad doesn't run without the other side of iron running right behind it. Or right along beside it, I guess. Behind it isn't the correct word. But you have one track, and the tie that brings it together. These two talents are tied together. Reclaiming the feminine. This is something that is huge here. This is reclaiming your own divine power, your own white light energy in the way that you do things. This is something that you will do. This is something you have to do on your own. You go within, you find it, and then you go your own way. You do what it is. You are your own authority on this. Whatever way it feels for you to do, whatever way it is for you to move forward, where you share this white light with others, whether it's the skywriting, whether you're pushing through energy or you're pulling it back, whether you're doing Reiki symbols, or sometimes people do ASMR art, those kinds of things. Whatever this is, this healing energy work is something that you are gifted with, and it's time to tap into that just as much as you've tapped into other. Anything else? There is something about calling it in here. You'll notice that there's a big sigh that comes over through you. There's a big sigh that comes through. So you step out on your porch. It's a big sigh. It's been a big day. It's like, at those moments, bring it here, bring the focus here. Close the eyes, see what comes through. Third eye is going to be active and open for you. You're going to speak things through energetically. Whoever is coming to mind, maybe it's a sister, brother, friend, whatever. If they're coming to mind, they are the ones that you might want to start sending the energy toward for this healing energy to start happening. Not because it's your responsibility, but because you can. Because you can do it, and it's that powerful and it's that potent. So that's what I've got for you. That's complete. Holy cow, Lily, that's gorgeous. That's what I got. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And this is the Rooted Woman Oracle. This, it seems like it's the Forest Folk or something like that. And then this is Angels and Ancestors. So this is what we've got. Yeah, that was the blind. That was the blind. It was gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So that's what we've got. And Michelle, I need to do your read. So that's what's going on. Send me your question. I don't know what's coming through for you, but yeah, you're getting a read. I don't just send me your question. I don't know what's the deal, but we're doing it. So Esoteric Designs, thank you. That is Crystal, not Brandy. I think that's Crystal. I always get those two confused, but I think that's Crystal. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I got it right. Yay! You're just going to flip when you see what it means. Okay. All right. Good to know. Good to know. Yes, you, Michelle. Yes. Brandy's here too. Yay, Brandy, yay. I know Enchanted Sage. This is how I'm remembering it. I'm remembering ES like ESP, ESB for Brandy. And Crystal, it's ED, like EDK. And I remember the K in your name. Like, I don't know. Like, I always don't know which one's which. And so it's like, I don't know, but I put the K with the crystal, and that's how I'm having to do a memory trick to remember. Why? I don't know. Yes, these are being recorded. These are being recorded. I'll upload them to my YouTube page a little bit later. So that's what's going on. Michelle, we're going in. I don't know where your question is or what your question is, but we're going in. I've felt compelled ever since I've seen your name at the beginning. We're going in. So I'm not worried. You've been here regular enough. I'm not worried about what's going on. We're going here. We're going here. For Michelle, what's going on the Phantom Maker, Michelle? What does Michelle need to know? We're going into the Australian 10 lineup for you, sweetie. See what's going on with you. See what might be that you need to know going on. And kind of like take it as a basic, but this is what's going on. Oh. Okay, all right. See if I can get this backed up and down. What we've got here is this Two of Cups. This perfect partnership, this perfect business relationship, friendship relationship, whatever this is, it's this soulmate energy that you have, that you feel really great and secure and equal offering. What's being challenged is something is coming down. Something very physical coming down, something that's been built up coming down. There's some kind of liberation that's going on where something is being set free, and it feels like that you are left standing alone after this. Now, some people would say, oh, this is breakup energy, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't feel breakup energy. It could be construed that way, but it doesn't feel that way. It feels like there's a separation between what you thought you were building and what's coming next for you. And we're going to look down here. Right here and here. What we're seeing in the conscious and subconscious, we've got the Temperance here. We talked about moderation, modulation earlier. This is how you alchemize a thing. And subconscious, the Nine of Pentacles, feeling more and more independence. You know this is coming. You know something about this, where this leap of faith is happening. It's like one of you lands in a different space than the other. Even though you've had agreement, time of agreement, good time, one of you lands in different space than the other. You're landing on different ground. You're landing on footing in a different ground. It's not about relationship. This is about something that feels like, that's why I said it could read as breakup energy, but it's not. It feels like where you and somebody that's a partner or a friend, something like that, you're landing in a different place. This is what's going on. Yeah, something that you're building or something that you've built up for a long time, it feels like a, and this is one of my favorite cards because it's the, oh fuck, oh shit, oh no. But you survive the strike of truth, the epiphany, the aha that breaks the crown chakra open, and you land on your feet. Something you've built up needs to be broken down, torn down, taken down. Something about the physical space that you've been in isn't where your feet are going to land, isn't where your feet are going to be. You land on your feet. This is something you go through on your own as far as where you build and need to rebuild. This is huge for you. This is something you need to alchemize. Now going on down here. We have the Eight of Cups, something that you're walking away from in the energy around you, and the Three of Cups. Excuse me, the Three of Coins. This is where teamwork is coming in. And I'm getting really loudly, some assembly required. What it's telling me is you're walking into a new situation. Some assembly required. The team is coming. The team is coming together. The team is coming together. You have imposter syndrome bad. Don't doubt yourself anymore. This imposter syndrome, I think it's part of some of our human experience to know, to think we don't know enough, or can we do this, or can we be? But we are such powerful creators, such powerful manifestors. You are not an imposter. If you're feeling something and having doubt, this is part of the human experience. You're to be building a team of some sort. Some assembly required comes through, like almost in capital letters. Some assembly required. And this is the time for you to assemble your team. This is the time to bring it together. This is the time for collaboration and working together. It's almost as if the Three of Cups wants to enter in, and it's not here yet, but it's coming close. Now, in the recent past, there's a gift that's been giving you, a big tangible gift, big reward, a big sense of the way you get grounded. Hugely important for you to know. Hugely important for you to know on this. The energy is about offering something. Now, sometimes this guy gets called the false knight because he's in his bad energy and he's not actively acting. He's not the one with the sword or with the wand. He's not doing anything. He's offering something emotional, right? He's also the Romeo because he's got the purest and most poetic intent. This isn't false knight energy. If you feel like your emotions are leading you to quest for the grail of something that's spiritual for you, you need to ride the white horse for you. You know what that's about. It's important for you to do. It'll become more and more clear going forward in the future. This is an interesting one. We see the kid, and instead of the kid on the horse, it's like the kid is having a conversation with the horse before he can saddle up and ride, right? This is near future. You're having the conversation with the divine. What is it that you can do? Can you dare do it? Yes, you dare do it. The sun is on this. There's going to be more and more illumination coming forward, and the strength to follow the gentle nudge is here. There's a lot of white going on, almost like the spirit animals that we were talking about earlier. There's a lot of white coming through, a lot of strength coming through. Now, this is one of my least favorite cards because it's like strength. Oh, no. Am I going to get tested? Oh, no. I have to do something that makes me stronger. Urgh. This one, at least something kablam, it's done, right? Something different happens and comes through. This one, you're going to have to follow the gentle nudge, and it can be done. It can be done. The lady coaxes the lion. The lady follows the nudge. She follows gently. She knows what's going on. The lion values the calm. The lion could easily just gobble her up or be on the hunt or whatever. The lion could always be the bigger force. The lion knows there needs to be calm and quiet to follow the nudge too. The lion understands that they're not constantly hunting. They spend a lot of time sleeping, resting. The lion knows to follow the nudge too. All right, what else is going on with this? Yeah. The imposter syndrome and the some assembly required. I'm getting phooey. Phooey. The imposter syndrome. Phooey. It's like, don't buy the lie that you're not enough, you can't do what it is that you know you can do, and don't doubt your knowings. If you have a claircognizant knowing, that's one of the hardest clairs to deal with because we think we know something, but how do we know it? And sometimes it'll be like a deja vu, pre-ja vu kind of thing. Other times it's just a knowing to your bones, and yet how do you explain this? There may be no evidence for that, but that clear knowing is important. Don't doubt it, honey. Follow the gentle nudge. You've got this, you've got this. What else is coming through for you? Okay. I told you earlier it was almost like the Three of Cups was coming through. The Nine of Wands, the sense of resilience that is here. The intuition that is needing to come through. You understand the domestic and the wild. You understand the gentle and the wild. These are coming through as like reminder of the same thing. Now, the moon can be sometimes deceptive. Don't buy the deception. Buy the intuition. Follow the intuition. Follow the nudge. Follow what comes through when it's calm, it's still, it's quiet. Follow that. And then what comes through? Three of Cups. Assemble your team. Michelle, assemble your team. There are those around that support and that already know you've got this. They know you've got this. They don't doubt you. They don't think, well, yeah, she's a phony baloney. Phooey. No, they don't think that at all. You know what you know. Truth resonates. You have a way of knowing, a strong way of knowing. Sometimes people will try and tell you that the gift isn't as strong in you, or maybe you come from a space or a family or a culture tradition where they didn't honor or didn't necessarily lift these gifts. Maybe your role in the family was stifled or you were told to, like, don't rock the boat. I'm telling you, this is why you land from this tower of old belief, old belief, old belief. It gets struck with a truth, and it's a knowing as clear as it is, as clear as it can be. That's what I've got. This was what come through for you. This is what had to be read, had to be said, had to be in the cards. This had to come through for you. I'm so glad to see this coming through. Now, this is the Phantom Tarot, or the Phantom Tarot. And I want to show you again what comes through as the phantoms. The wild dog and the domestic dog, right? The lion energy coming through as kind of this phantom spirit animal dogs, or spirit animal guides. And then the unicorn. This is your connection with the divine coming through. It is as clear as it can possibly be. And then this Three of Cups. You are so supported right now. This is your time to continue. Be resilient. Stand strong in what it is you believe. You know what you know. Don't doubt it a bit. And if the imposter syndrome comes up, it's just like flick that devil off the shoulder. Push that aside, because you aren't a phony baloney. And just, even if you're shouting, phooey, it's phooey. It's a whole lot of phooey and bullshit when this self-talk that brings up doubt comes through, or when you feel this way. It's not that it's not your feeling, but you don't have to stay in it, and you don't have to buy into old BS. No, you know what you know. That's what I've got. That's complete. That's beautiful, honey. That's absolutely stunning for you right now. So that's what I've got for you. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, I'm going to pull out the commercial board so you guys can see what's going on. You guys know the drill. Here it is. Boom, boom. This is what we're doing. This is the reads. This is how you can pay me. I don't know if you can see it clearly. You're welcome, Michelle. You are so, so welcome. No problem. You're welcome. It's Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal. That's the information in the bio. Let Kim know if you're getting on the list for a read. She's the one that keeps me straight on this. And she's the one that keeps the things rocking and rolling so I can keep track. So that's what's going on. All right, let me get some water. And then Chad, can you tell me, what did you find about White Peacock? If you're still in the room. Otherwise, I'm sure he'll text me later. But if Chad's still in the room and you can type some of that White Peacock thing, I would love to know more of what you found out on that. Believe the Cash App is the Feisty Butterfly, and it's $ the Feisty Butterfly. So we switched it. It's been glitchy, so we just switched to the Feisty Butterfly for me. So that's what I've got going. So there's a link in the bio for the Venmo and the PayPal. If the Cash App isn't working, you might have to hard type it in, but that's what I've got for that. Chad's doing LOL. Yeah. And if you can double tap, then great. So let me get a little bit of water. Yeah, and that Singer spray is a fabulous thing. It really is a good thing for the cords, but we're going to just do some water. Hey, Carol Ann, good to see you. Hey. Hey, Carrie Cass. Hey. I need to talk to you about how to do live on the YouTube platform. So I'll probably drop you a note. I went on and just like test drove it a little bit the other day, and the technology frustration came through. So it's like, but that's okay. I'll shoot you a text or whatever and see what's going on with that. Hey, Carol Ann. Hey. Yes, thank you guys for tapping the screen. Thank you. All right. So were we looking for Believe's read? Were we ready to read for her? So I'm not seeing the payment came through just yet, but if it's being glitchy, it might show up a little bit later. Sometimes Venmo operates that way a little bit too, so I'm not too worried about it. So Believe, if you have a question, let me know the question, and you can let Kim know what you're trying to do. You were Lily, the blind read? Okay, got it. Okay, I'm catching up with the chat. Got it. Okay. You saw briefly on YouTube, but you couldn't get on. Had to deal with the kids. Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. So, yeah, that's something. But yeah, if you guys want to go over there at some point, I'll be doing that a little bit more efficiently, more effectively, and I'll let you guys know. I don't know if that's bad form to say, hey, you know where I go upload the lives? Go over there, check it out. I don't know if that's kosher or cool or whatever, but all right. Let's see what else is going on. So, Chad, I was asking what you found out on the White Peacock. It isn't hard. Don't be afraid to ask you. Okay. I will remember that, Crystal. I'll remember that. So, yeah. I did it for just like a quick minute, and I was trying to do it very, very low key under the radar, and so that's what I did. So all right, but yeah, so we'll see what's going on with that. And what else? Oh, and I was doing this too, because this is something that we're going to be doing. It's like this jar of questions that I get asked sometimes by other people. I put some questions in. There's like other questions that I wrote down. I have to like trim and put them in, and then just draw a question and see what's going on. Okay, I'm going to write this down for a minute. Let me grab some paper. KNSD85 on there. Oh my goodness, I'll never remember that. So, hang on. KNSD85, I think is what I saw. The Man from Nazareth, really? Okay. Esoteric Designs. Okay, and I'm putting that as on YouTube as a side note for later. Okay, got it. Okay. The Man from Nazareth, 2 messages. Let me see what I've got. You send a pumpkin. Sorry, it was ghosting. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to do some research on that. It sounds like that. I'm going to have to do some big time research on that. Really interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, well, I'm going to pull one of these questions out. We'll see what it says, see what the chit chat's going to be about. So, or leave a comment because it's you. Okay. We're going to see what's going on. I'm pulling one of these because this is the questions that I sometimes get asked, so we're going to just go for it. All right. This one. How do you use a dream journal? You guys, we've talked about this. This is, Spirit's really funny because last night in the meditation was so strong that I had to send myself an email just to record it because it was so late at night. And if you are late at night, you don't have your pen and paper handy to do a dream journal or to do whatever's come through on the meditation, it's a good way to do it. But how do I think to use a dream journal is to just write down whatever comes through in your dreams that you can remember. Write down the pieces and the fragments. Usually within about a 2-week span of time, you'll start seeing a pattern. You'll start seeing what the meaning is. Not always is every dream significant, but write down what feels significant to you in the dream, what feels important. And sometimes the details, you'll get so many details coming through, you can't capture them all. Don't get upset if you can't. So if you want to use a dream journal, keep a notebook or a pen and paper handy by your bed, whatever it is. Keep it handy, keep it close, and just jot it down quickly. And then let it go. Let it be in the dream journal for a while. Let it be there. Don't spend all morning analyzing. If you can email yourself a letter or email yourself what's going on, then great. You can have, this is my junk spam email. This is my not junk spam email. And send a note to yourself regarding it if you want to. That might be the way to do it. But the dream journal helps you capture those glimpses a little longer and helps you have a way to mind, to page, to spirit, to keep it more consciously in front of you, even if all you do is write something down. Even if all you do is write down 1 word or 2, that's what's coming, but that's what's going on. Believe you wanted to know about your finances, but it didn't come out in your blind read. The blind read is the blind read. So you kind of get what you get on the blind read. You get what needs to come through, but you don't always get the question that you might want to ask. That's why, and if you're new in the room, this is why I say if you want to do one of these, you can do one of these. The blind oracle is the blind oracle read. Now, sometimes you get something even more specific coming through on the blind read. So this is why it's called the blind reading, because there's no question asked. So I'm happy to look deeper and happy to do a deeper dive. If you want to do some of these, we can do some of these. I'll pull 3 cards real quick and see what it's saying on finances, just because I feel like doing that. So let's take a look. Yeah. We're going here. We're just going to pull 3 cards. And once I do the read, I don't usually remember what was said during the read. I just try and keep it flowing, right? So just bear that in mind. You'll know what was said to you. You'll know if anything coordinates, resonates, goes together. You'll know. The Magician. The way you're manifesting, the way you're pulling things forward is important for you. The Pentacle's right on front of the table. This is priority to you. The Swords, the Wands, the thoughts, the knowledge, the inspirations, and then how you're doing emotions, that's all behind what's going on. The right up front is the Pentacle. Right up front is that concern over the money, over what's going on for you. Let's see what else is going on. The Knight of Wands. Taking action is important. You can't just be thinking. There's something that needs to be acted upon for your money, for things to change. This is moving through something. And take action, even if it might be what you think could be a wrong action. Choose. Do something. Take action. Six of Pentacles. The universe is trying to give you a gift and rebalance the money here. So this, if it was just a straight up regular reading about money, this is a good sign. The universe is teaching you about giving and receiving. The universe is trying to bring something forward, a gift, but you have to take the action first and put this as priority to take the action, and the universe will bring the gift. That's what I've got on that. So that's what's coming through for you. I don't know if that helps, but that's what's coming through. Yeah. Yumna? I'm not sure if I'm saying that. Yumna? I don't know if that's what the name is there, but good to see you. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. Hi. You're welcome, honey. You are welcome, Believe. You're welcome. All right. And is there any other questions that we have? That was the question that's out of the jar. Like I say, I have a bunch of these that I've been asked before, or commonly come through, or even conversationally with my sisters or whatnot that come through. And it's like sisters and friends, we'll have the most random all around the world and back again, solve the problems of the whole world is what my mom would call that. But conversations go everywhere. So it's like, all right. So you left a comment on YouTube. Thank you, Crystal. Appreciate it. So yeah, that's what's going on, and it's kind of a different kind of a day today. So if some of you are feeling a little off balance, don't worry if you're feeling a little off balance. It's been a weird kind of energy that's been there for the collective lately, and it might be a little bit weird still. Hang on, this thing is giving me the puzzle piece thing. I'm trying to get it to move over because these nails are not helping it move over. There we go. There. Okay, that stupid puzzle piece thing comes up sometimes. So, yeah. How much is a reading? So glad you asked. Let me tell you. This is what we've got. The Blind Oracle and the year ahead is $20 or $30, and you don't ask a question. You just get the read you need. The Blind Oracle is multiple cards from different Oracle decks over here. A bunch of them. The year ahead is the 12 months around, 2 in the middle, and clarifiers as they come through. Again, no questions. If you want to ask a specific question, there's $30 for my mini or $40 for my full. I put 7 to 10 cards and 15 to 20 cards, but I'm a nosy one. So I generally dive in a little deeper, and it's not uncommon at all. In fact, 9 out of 10 times, you're getting 4 or 5 or more cards beyond what this is. So that's what that is. If you want me to look at the bones or the crystal ball or go into past life reads, those are my specialty reads. My past life read is my favorite read. I love past life reads. Those are $50, and then this is how you can pay me. So there's Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal. It's at A Feisty Butterfly on Venmo. Cash App is $ the THE, the Feisty Butterfly. And PayPal is A Feisty Butterfly. And the E comes before the I in the word feisty. And I always tell people I remember it EIEIO, because otherwise I type it wrong myself. So, ooh, yeah. Send your payment on through and I'll get set up to do that. I love past lives. So this is what they are. And I was talking about that earlier. Sometimes we get to see fragments. One of the questions I get asked a lot that I haven't put in the jar is, can you read for yourself? Yeah, but you're kind of like a little bit biased in tarot reading or doing readings for yourself. Past life reading for yourself, I think that would be a little bit tricky. And I think that's why I get it in fragments personally for me. So I've seen a few different pieces of my own past lives. But when I do past life readings here, suddenly tarot shifts gears and goes into oracle mode. So it's so beautiful and so much fun to see. So let Kim know how you've paid, and I'd be happy to do that. They do take a little bit of time. Sometimes they go 10, 15 plus minutes long. So just be aware. So yeah, I would love to do that for you. So let me get a little bit of water, and then I'll do that singer spray so that my vocal cords can keep up. Yeah. Yumna, if you want to, I'll hold the payment information, but this is for the past lives. Kim, let me know if you guys can see that clearly. I think you can. So hopefully you can. And the info is in the bio also. So, but this is the payment information here. And I love those. Love, love, love. Love doing them. Because they always carry something forward. I don't know of a past life reading that I've done that somebody was like, yeah, that doesn't relate to my life at all right now. There's always something that will come through a little bit differently. So there's something that is a reference in there a little bit different, but that's what's going on. So we'll see what's going on. Okay. And I'm trying to look at this other iPad and see what's going on payment-wise. And technology is sometimes a challenge, so if you guys bear with me for a minute. Oh, okay. Hello. Don't know what this is doing. And Phil did fix it, so it's like, okay. Phil fixed some of this, so what we can fix on this end, I think has been fixed. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm not seeing it come through yet, and because it takes 15 to 20 minutes, once the payment is sent, then I'm happy to get into the read. No problem at all. Trying to figure out PayPal. Okay, let me hold it again. PayPal is feistybutterfly@gmail.com, which is also where you can get personal reads and have me do different kinds of reads if you want a recorded read sent to you. But it's a feisty butterfly, and the E comes before the I. So that is cool. I'm going to get some of the cards that I use. I sometimes use some Oracle or Archetype cards. And I have other cards that I bring out that are tarot cards. But give me just a second. All right. There's that one and that one. And we'll see. Now, there's a few different decks just for you guys that are waiting that I like to do. These are called past life cards. Interesting. I have 2 sets of these. These are also called past life cards. And then these are also called past life cards. And then this one is called Past Times, I think. And this is the Citadel. So those are some of the decks that I like to use, Oracle and otherwise. This one, I took the artwork out of the Sacred Traveler and put that into here too. For some reason, it felt like a really good use for those. So that one is great for that. So those are some of them I use. And then I have also the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck that sometimes is used for that. And then I don't know if these were just called the character cards or what, but they look like these kinds of cards, right? So those are those. So that's what we've got. And I'll put that right here. Okay. And I'm going to hit stop on my recording for YouTube, and I'll restart it just because it's going to be a lengthy upload otherwise. So we'll just hit stop on that.